I was I was picking up an order from Chin Chin's on Ponce, and it was three old niggas in the parking lot smoking cigars, and they was listening to Super Freak by Rick James. They was having like a barbershop debate about the state of the economy, child support, regular shit. Um, Several slurs were thrown in the mix in the direction of the Hispanic community. You know, I won't go into details, but accents were used. Labor was mentioned. Um, if anyone was wondering why a bunch of cops was headed uh, that way last night, it was because I called them. I call ICE. Um, I followed up, and they sent them starch pleat wearing niggas back to 1978 where they belong. So, you're welcome. You know shit get a little rough when you happy that there was a natural disaster. Because that means Georgia Power finna give you a 3-month extension, even though you was already 3 months behind. Um, and now you just in the house with all types of shit on. I could iron and boil a pot of tea, you know what I mean? And watch the Super Bowl. Yep. It's very important to remember in times like this that Kroger spring water used to be 89 cents, and now it is $1.49. All things regarded as a luxury will be priced arbitrarily.
We gotta start over.
I'm 29, which means I'm 30, which means I'm potentially a 20-year-old, 30-year-old, or an 80-year-old, 30-year-old, right? Based on what I've seen in life and what raised me. And me in particular, I like to dabble between the extremes of 6 and 75, nowhere in between. And what I have to say about the experience is what everyone else was saying was right. Things are just different. I don't even remember what I was doing at 18. Something stupid. For sure. You just wouldn't understand. It's better if you don't understand. It won't serve you at all. We have the ability to see what anyone's doing at any part of their life, and helpful, yes, but also like this 18-year-old boys trying to become husbands. Not good.
The strongest man is one with lesbian spirit.
And you only really know how not good that is when you're like 30. We used to have the privilege of living in the different environments of others, and now most people are priced out and intimidated out of their own culture and sense of self-expression. And probably because of the risk of instability. You know, it's bad enough that people live in indentured servitude. You don't really want to lose that. It's hard. It can also be upsetting living in a world of people that revel in mediocrity. You know? I think in situations like that, grace is really important. Grace is important to give because you simply just don't know what you don't know. And there's much more shame cast on those that shame anyway. So it's like, why bother? Let people do their thing and have their fun. And if they're wearing a mask and you know that, well, they're wearing a mask. Tell them it's a nice mask. Tell them it looks pretty, you know?
She's super pretty. Her body tea. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, hello. Yeah.
While I don't necessarily resonate, I understand why you would wear a mask. I get it. I've been there. Sometimes it's just really cool to like what everybody else likes. It's also really cool to love what everyone else hates. You know? It's fun. It's fun. So many people, that hyperfixate on intimacy because wearing that mask is exhausting and they would love to be seen, and even that can be corrupted by the fear of instability. It's becoming more and more and more and more and more impossible to find a true sense of stability in your physical environment. So I can only imagine what your internal environment is. I wish the best for anyone that finds themselves in a healthy relationship, because it takes a lot of fucking work, especially in an environment like this. It takes a lot of work.
I'd hide in bushes for you. I speak to pigeons for you. They are an unreliable source of information.
It's something that can be so easily corrupted by instability and easily corrupted by the fear of missing out, by the self. And that's the type of shit you just wouldn't understand. So just be 20. Just be 15. That's why you see a lot more 20-year-old, 30-year-olds than 80-year-old, 30-year-olds, because the consequences can feel insurmountable. You just wouldn't understand. And it's best if you don't, because the moment that you do, you never won't, you know? Because there are some things that burn much hotter than a flame ever would. Like your girlfriend.
Can you keep up? Baby boy, made me lose my breath. Baby boy, made me lose my breath. Baby boy, made me lose my...
In closing, I believe we should settle World War III, Israel versus the Israelites, hockey sack match, winner takes all, Mortal Kombat style on a private deserted island or at Morris Brown Stadium. Same difference. Same difference, just saying. Everyone wears their karate outfits, stream it on Twitch, get some unks to do parking, panhandling. We get Kendrick Lamar to do a halftime show. Fantasia can sing the Black National Anthem, and then they can get whoever they want, DJ Khaled, whatever. But he's only allowed to perform I'm So Hood remix, all the parts by himself, and he has to say nigga. We can get some food trucks out there. Pascal's and Wadadas and Cecili's can cater. We'll have a rabbi present. Don't worry. Yeah. And in the end, the trophy will be made entirely out of cobalt. Just to spice things up.
This is our year, that's what she said.